Okay, we are discussing factors affecting acoustics of auditorium and their remedies. First five factors are discussed for last lecture. The first one is the reverberation time. What is second one? Second factor. What is second one? Hello. Hello. Second factor. I am audible now.
Adequate loudness.
Adequate loudness. Adequate loudness. Third factor is. What is third factor?
Focusing due to
Focusing.
Focusing due to walls and ceiling. Fourth one is
Echoes.
echoes. Fifth one is. What is fifth one?
Echelon effect.
Echelon effect. What is echoes? Anyone? What is definition of echoes? I will tell. What is definition of echo? When echo will heard?
A echo is heard when original and reflected sound waves coming from the same source reach the listener with time interval of about 1 by 10 seconds.
Okay, an echo is heard when original sound means direct sound and reflected sound waves coming from the same source reach the listener with a time interval of about 1 by 10 seconds or more than 1 by 10 seconds. Echo is present means what is there in the hall, confusion is there in the hall. Okay, up to this completed. Echelon effect is also completed for last lecture. Then right, next one, freedom from resonance. Sixth factor is also completed, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is freedom
Yes,
from
sir.
resonance? Anyone? Freedom from resonance. Window panels or
not tightly fitted.
okay, window panels or sections of the wooden portion, they are not tightly fitted. Then they start vibrating and new sound is created. And the frequency of the this new created sound interfere with the original sound in the hall, then resonance takes place and confusion is there in the hall. For avoiding this confusion, what is remedies?
By fixing the window panels properly,
Okay, by fixing the window panels
vibrating
properly.
objects
Second,
vibrating objects which may produce resonance can be placed over a suitable sound absorbing material.
okay, vibrating objects which may produce resonance and can be placed over a suitable sound absorbing material. Okay, these are the remedies for this freedom from resonance. Then last is like its seventh factor affecting the acoustics of auditorium is a seating arrangement. Right? Seventh one is the seating arrangement. How seating arrangement, some examples are here. See here, seats, they are gradually elevated. Okay, they are gradually elevated to take care of absorption of sound energy. So see, this auditorium is here. In this auditorium, see, the seats are gradually elevated. The seats are perpendicular to the direction of sound. The source of sound is there. The sound is reflected from this reflecting surface towards the audience, like reflected from this reflecting body, and these are the seats. These seats कसे आहेत हे seats? They are perpendicular to the direction of sound. Okay, seats are perpendicular to the direction of sound. No, seats must be elevated, gradually elevated to take care the absorption of sound energy by human body. In this way, seating arrangement is made inside the auditorium or inside the theater. See, the seats are gradually elevated. Why this elevation is required? To take care of the absorption of to take care of the absorption of sound energy
Sound energy.
by human body. Okay, write it.
Human body.
Write it. Sitting arrangement. Seats must be gradually. Seats must be gradually elevated ELEVATED. It must be gradually elevated to take care of. It must be gradually elevated to take care of. To take care of. Gradually elevated to take care of absorption of sound energy by human body. To take care of absorption of sound energy by human body. Okay, this is the seating arrangement. The seventh one, seats must be gradually elevated to take care of absorption of sound energy by human body. Okay. Then last is outside sound किंवा extraneous sound आपण म्हणतो. That extraneous noise. Extraneous noise किंवा outside sound. पाहिजे का outside sound hall मध्ये? Outside sound should not be present in the hall. If outside sound is there, means disturbance is there in the hall. Means hall must be away from कशापासून away पाहिजे? Street traffic म्हणजे road traffic पासून away. It is away from the market, etc. Railway station, airport, etc. This extraneous sound should not be present in the hall. In a good hall, in a good hall, no noise should reach from outside. No noise should reach from the outside. In a good hall, no noise should reach from the outside. Examples, this extraneous noise can be avoided. Avoid or I will write one or two remedies. Extraneous noise can be avoided remedies. First one, allowing suitable location for door and windows. Allowing suitable locations for doors and windows. Suitable locations for doors and windows. Allowing suitable locations for doors and windows. And second remedy, using heavy glasses to doors and windows. Second is using heavy glasses to doors and windows. Okay, in short, we'll write now what is first written. In a good hall, no noise should reach from outside, means outside sound should not be present in the hall. For that, what is remedy? Two remedies are written. Allowing suitable locations for, what is first one? Anyone? What is first one? First remedy. Allowing
Suitable locations for doors and windows.
doors and windows, and second one is
Using heavily glasses doors.
okay, using heavy glasses for doors and windows. These are the remedies for avoiding outside sound. Means outside sound should not be present in the hall. These are the factors, 8 factors for affecting acoustics of auditorium and their remedy. What is first factor affecting the acoustics of auditorium? One by one we'll go. What is first one? First factor, once again, reverberation time. कसा पाहिजे?
Optimum.
Okay, reverberation time must be optimum. Second factor, second factor affecting the acoustics of auditorium.
Adequate loudness.
Adequate loudness or sufficient loudness. What is third one?
Focusing due to walls and windows.
Okay,
Walls
focusing.
and ceiling.
Okay, focusing due to walls and ceiling. Then focusing. Next,
Echoes.
इकोज. चौथा आहे इकोज. पाचवा
Echelon effect.
इक्लॉन इफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट वन इज
Freedom from resonance.
सहावा फ्रीडम फ्रॉम रेझोनन्स. सेवंथ वन
Sitting arrangement.
सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट. नेक्स्ट वन लास्ट वन एट्थ वन. एट्थ फॅक्टर.
Extraneous noise and sound insulation.
Okay, outside sound should not be present in the hall. No, extraneous sound should not be present in the hall. Then what are the acoustical requirements of the good hall? कोण सांगते आता ह्याच्यावरून? What is first requirement? Acoustical requirements of the good hall. Acoustical requirements acoustical requirements of the good hall. Anyone will tell what are the acoustical requirements of a good hall? What is first requirement? याच्यावरून सांगायचं 8 factor. From the 8 factor tell 8 requirements. What is first requirements?
Sufficient time.
Reverberation time must be optimum. Okay, this is first requirement. Then what is second one? Loudness of the sound must be
Maintained at desired level.
okay, desired level. This is second requirement. What is third requirement of acoustically good hall? Firstly, even uneven.
Uneven distribution of sound energy in the
Uneven distribution should not be there in the hall. कसलं पाहिजे मग? Even distribution पाहिजे. नंतर fourth. What is fourth requirement? Echo पाहिजे का नको?
echoes should not be present.
Echo should not be present in the hall. Next. Echelon effect. पाहिजे का नको? Echelon effect should not be there in the hall. Echelon effect should not be present in the hall. Then resonance should not be present in the hall. Okay. Due to resonance, what happened? The confusion is there in the hall. The seating arrangement कशी पाहिजे? कशी पाहिजे? Seats are
Gradually elevated.
gradually elevated, and outside side extraneous noise.
Outside sound should not be present.
Outside sound should not be present in the hall. These are the acoustical requirements of a good hall. Okay, these are the acoustical requirements of a good hall. Right. Next, basic requirements for the acoustically good hall. Just now we discussed that basic requirements. Basic requirements. Next article, write it. Basic requirements for the acoustically good hall. Right, so we'll go like this. What is first one? First write it. Reverberation time must be. Right, first requirement. Reverberation time must be. कसा पाहिजे reverberation time?
Optimum.
Optimum. Write it. Reverberation time must be optimum. लिहिल्यानंतर सांगा. Then we'll go for second one. Reverberation time must be optimum. Value of reverberation time must be optimum. Then second. लिहिले बघा second. The sound heard must be sufficiently loud in every part of the hall. Or intensity of sound must be sufficient in every part of the hall. A loudness must be sufficient in every part of the hall. पहिले काय लिहिलं आपण? Reverberation time. Second, loudness, sufficient loudness in every part of the hall. This is second requirement. Reverberation time कसा पाहिजे? Optimum. Must be optimum. सेकंड काय लिहिले आपण हां sufficient loudness in हां sufficient loudness in every part of the hall. Third one, there must be no confusion due to overlapping of sound म्हणा. There must be no confusion due to overlapping of syllable. There must be no confusion due to overlapping of syllable. There must be no confusion due to overlapping of syllable. This is third one. First लिहिले आपण reverberation time. Second is sufficient loudness. Third, there must be no overlapping, no confusion due to overlapping. There must be no confusion due to overlapping. This is first one. Reverberation time should be quite proper, that is optimum. Optimum value of reverberation time is 1.1 to 2 seconds for music. For MCQ साठी आहे बघा हे. Reverberation time should be 1 to 2 seconds. If you want to listen the music in the hall, then value of reverberation time must be 1 to 2 seconds. If you want to listen the speech, then reverberation time is 0.5 to 1 second. So these two MCQs are there. Optimum value means what? Optimum. This optimum is for to listen the music. Music ऐकण्यासाठी किती पाहिजे हो? What is value of reverberation time? Optimum value.
1 to 2 seconds.
For listening the music, and for to listen the speech.
0.5 to 1 second.
0.5 to 1 second. Okay, this is the first, second, and third. Three requirements are over. Then fourth requirement, there should be no concentration of sound. There should be no concentration of sound. There should be no concentration of sound in any part of the hall. Fourth requirement, there should be no concentration of sound in any part of the hall. First four are written. We'll read the first one. One must say. Then remaining four will write it. Any one. What is first one? अजिबात रिस्पॉन्स देत नसेल तर अवघड आहे बघा. What is first? 10 वेळा झाले आपले. कदम रोहिणी.
Reverberation time must be optimum.
Okay, reverberation time should be optimum. Then second one.
Sufficient loud in every part of the hall.
Okay, loudness must be sufficient in every part of the hall. 33rd one. Third factor.
There must be no
There
confusion.
must be no
Read it. Don't stop. उद्या overlapping झाला तर please you can speak only.
There must be no confusion due to overlapping of syllables.
Okay.
Overlapping of syllable.
Okay, there must be no confusion
Syllable.
due to overlapping of syllable. काहीच न बोलण्यापेक्षा थोडंसं एक दोघं तिघे एकदम सांगितले कन्फ्युजन झालं तरी चालेल मला. सगळे शांत बसण्यापेक्षा. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट फोर्थ वन इज व्हॉट इज फोर्थ वन?
There should be no concentration of sound in any part of the hall.
Okay, there should be no concentration of sound in any part of the hall. Then next is the boundaries should be sufficiently soundproof. Okay, this is for extraneous noise should not be there in the hall. In short, the outside sound should not be present in the hall. Right here, the outside sound should not present in the hall. In short, we'll write this fifth one. The extraneous noise, the outside sound should not present in the hall. Fifth one, the extraneous noise or outside sound should not be present in the hall. Written, झालं का लिहून fifth one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the outside
Yes,
sound
sir.
should not be present in the hall. Then sixth one is, now what is sixth one?
There should be no equivalent effect.
Okay, there should be no echelon effect. The next, there should be no, seventh one.
Resonance within the building.
Okay,
There
write it.
should
There
be no
should,
resonance within the building.
okay, there should be no resonance within the building, right? Seventh one, there should be no resonance within the building. Sixth is written, there should be no echelon effect. Seventh is, there should be no resonance within the building. अजून एक लिहा इकोच्या संदर्भात. There should be no echoes. There should be no echoes in the hall or in the building. There should be no echoes in the building or in the hall. And last one, ninth one. Now what is ninth one?
The hall must be full of audience.
Okay, the hall must be full of audience. The hall must be full of audience, right? Ninth one is, the hall must be full of audience. Anyone who will read all 9 basic requirements for the acoustically good hall? The total 9 basic requirements are there. Okay, all who will read that all 9 basic requirements for the acoustically good hall? Anyone? But. I will tell the names. Roll number 23, Ganesh Jadhav.
Yes, sir.
Read all 9 requirements for the basic requirements for the acoustically good hall. इथून पुढे एक कंडिशन ठेवू, ज्यावेळेस मी क्वेश्चन विचारतोय त्यावेळेस जर रिस्पॉन्स मिळत नसेल रोल नंबर वाईज, आय विल कन्सिडर ॲज अ ॲबसेंट वन. ठीक आहे. And those are whose attendance is less than 70% for this last 1 month. This our semester started from 24th, na 24th of May to 30th of June. I will calculate the attendance and accordingly I will send letters to their parents. Your ward so and so is in defaulters list. You immediately contact the principal. Like that, the letters today I will send to the concerned पेरेंट्स. ठीक आहे. ज्यांची अटेंडन्स कमी आहे त्यांच्यासाठी एक डिफॉल्टरचं लेटर आज जाईल त्यांच्या पालकांना, आणि त्यांच्या पालकांनी प्रिन्सिपलला भेटल्याखेरीज त्यांचे एक्झाम फॉर्म्स विल नॉट बी फॉरवर्डेड टू युनिव्हर्सिटी. दे आर नॉट eligible to appear for the examination because due to less attendance. Okay, accordingly I will send the letters today. And here also those are not responding, I will consider as a absent one. Who is giving? Ganesh. Ganesh Jadhav. Ganesh Jadhav. Yes, no, kaitari. We'll read it, anyone? All 9 basic requirements for the acoustically good hall.
Reverberation time must be optimum. The
Okay.
sound must be sufficient.
Okay.
There must be no confusion due to overlapping of syllable.
Okay.
There should be no concentration of sound in any part of the hall.
Okay. Next one.
The boundaries should be sufficiently soundproof.
Okay.
There should be no echelon effect. There should be no resonance within the building. There should be no echoes in the building hall. The hall must be full of audience.
Okay, these are the basic requirements for the acoustically good hall. Okay, then this acoustic part is completed. Second is ultrasonic. We'll start with ultrasonic. Write title ultrasonic. Ultrasonic. Title, write it ultrasonic. Okay, in ultrasonic, we know that what is audible range of sound is? Anyone? What is audible range?
20 hertz to 20 kilohertz.
Okay, audible range of sound is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. 20 hertz to the 20 kilohertz. This is the audible range, and sound waves having frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. These waves are called as which waves? Which waves?
Ultrasonic.
Ultrasonic waves. And sound waves having frequency less than 20 hertz. These waves are called as
Infrasonic.
infrasonic waves. Okay, infrasonic waves. Okay, this is infrasonic. This middle range is which range is there? This one is which
Audible
range?
range.
Audible range. Okay, audible range is 20 hertz to audible range is 20 hertz to
20 kilohertz.
20 kilohertz to 20,000 hertz म्हणतो आपण. Okay, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. This is the audible range. And sound waves having frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. These waves are called as ultrasonic waves. And sound waves having frequency less than 20 hertz. These waves are called as infrasonic waves.
Infrasonic.
Okay, first we'll cover in first paragraph in introduction. Okay, for 3 MCQs are there. What is audible range? 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. What is ultrasonic waves means? Having frequency less than or greater than
Greater than.
20 kilohertz. And what is infrasonic waves?
Less.
Having frequency less
Less
than
than
20 hertz. Okay, write the first one. In introduction, write it. The sound waves having frequencies. The sound waves having frequencies above the audible range. Above the audible range. Above the audible range are known as above the audible range are known as which waves above the audible range are known as
ultrasonic.
ultrasonic waves are known as ultrasonic waves or supersonic waves. This is first. Second is audible range, will write it. The audible range of frequency is a audible range of frequencies from
20 hertz to 20 kilohertz.
okay 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. The audible range of frequencies from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And third one, second point, audible range is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Third, the sound waves which have frequencies less than 20 hertz. Sound waves which have frequencies less than audible range, that is 20 hertz. Less than audible range, in bracket write it, 20 hertz. The sound waves which have frequencies less than the audible range, in bracket write it, 20 hertz, bracket complete, are called infrasonic waves. Are called infrasonic waves. Below that, write like this. This audible range show 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Greater than audible range, write it ultrasonic waves. And less than audible range, write it infrasonic waves. Okay, in short, for understanding, write this way. Okay, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, this is audible range. Greater than 20 kilohertz, this is ultrasonic waves, and less than 20 hertz, these are the infrasonic waves. ते ओव्हर झालं का? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then methods used for the production of ultrasonic waves. There are two methods used for the production of ultrasonic waves. First one is magnetostriction method. Second is piezoelectric method. Okay, these two methods are used for the production of ultrasonic waves. म्हणजे अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्ह जनरेट करण्यासाठी किंवा अल्ट्रासोनिक वेव्स प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी आपण दोन मेथड वापरतो. पहिली मेथड कुठली आहे? This first method is first method is
Magnetostriction method.
magnetostriction method. Magneto इथपर्यंत वाचायचं मॅग्नेटो आणि नंतर हे काय आहे स्ट्रिक्शन मेथड. मॅग्नेटोस्ट्रिक्शन मेथड and second is piezoelectric method. Okay, first method is used for the generation of ultrasonic waves having frequency 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. हे MCQ साठी पण आपल्यापैकी पडतं. 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. This first method is used, and second method is used for the generation of ultrasonic waves having frequency greater than 100 kilohertz. 100 kilohertz पेक्षा जास्त पाहिजे असेल तर आपण कुठली मेथड वापरतोय? सेकंड मेथड, which is the second method is piezoelectric method, and first method is used for the generation of ultrasonic waves having frequency range is
20 kilohertz to 100
100 kilohertz. Okay, this
100
for
kilohertz.
these two MCQs are there. Okay, first MCQ and this is the second MCQ which is there. Write it. Title write it. Production of ultrasonic waves. Title write it. Production of ultrasonic waves. Production of ultrasonic waves. Next line write it. There are mainly two important methods. There are mainly two important methods. There are mainly two important methods for generation of. There are mainly two important methods for generation of ultrasonic waves. There are mainly two important methods for generation of ultrasonic waves. First write it. First method write it. Magnetostriction method. First one is magnetostriction method, and second write it piezoelectric method. Second write it piezoelectric method. Piezoelectric method. Next line write it magnetostriction method. Okay, this method, magnetostriction method is used. First sentence is as it is. What is first sentence? Already I have discussed. It is used to produce
ultrasonic wave in frequency range of 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz.
Okay, it is used to produce ultrasonic waves in the frequency range of 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. Right? It is used at first method, magnetostriction method. पहिल्यांदा title. First is magnetostriction. दोन्ही मधली पहिली मेथड आहे magnetostriction method, and second कुठली आहे piezoelectric. पहिल्यांदा आपण कुठली डिस्कस करतोय magnetostriction method. Then we'll discuss second method is the piezoelectric method. Okay, first write it magnetostriction method. right? First, it is used to produce. It is used to produce ultrasonic waves. Ultrasonic waves in the frequency range of in the frequency range of the frequency range of 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. It is used to produce ultrasonic waves in the frequency range of 20 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. Okay, then a statement of this magnetostriction effect, or त्यालाच म्हणतो आपण प्रिन्सिपल magnetostriction effect. काय आहे magnetostriction effect? First we'll see what is statement of magnetostriction effect. Magnetostriction, write it, magnetostriction effect. What is magnetostriction effect? See here, this is a rod of ferromagnetic material. आपण ferromagnetic material चा rod ठेवलेला आहे. This is rod of ferromagnetic material. The rod is there. कशामध्ये ठेवलाय हा rod? हा, it is kept in a magnetic field. हा north pole आहे, हा south pole आहे. Okay, then the length of the rod changes. This is the direction of magnetic field. हे magnetic field चे direction आहे. कसा रॉड ठेवलाय? रॉड इज केप्ट इन सच दॅट इट्स लेंथ इज अलॉंग द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. ज्या दिशेने मॅग्नेटिक फील्डची डायरेक्शन आहे त्या दिशेने त्याची लेंथ पाहिजे. असं उभा ठेवता येणार नाही तुम्हाला रॉड. असा हे कसा ठेवायचा आपल्याला? लेंथ इज कशी पाहिजे लेंथ रॉडची? पॅरलल टू दी हॅलो
magnetic field.
पॅरलल टू दी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. पॅरलल टू दी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. त्यावेळेस काय होत आहे? द लेंथ ऑफ द रॉड चेंजेस. रॉड एक्सपांड तर होतो किंवा रॉड कॉम्प्रेस तर होतो. रॉड काय होतो? एक्सपांड तर होतो किंवा कॉम्प्रेस तर होतो. मीन्स लेंथ ऑफ द रॉड चेंजेस. त्याची लेंथ चेंज होते. लेंथ चेंजेस. लेंथ चेंजेस. चेंज होते म्हणजे काय होतं? कॉम्प्रेस किंवा कॉम्प्रेस तर होईल किंवा इलॉंगेशन तर
Elongation.
दोन्हीपैकी आहे. किंवा आपण दिशा बदलली, समजा हा नॉर्थ आहे तर साऊथ आहे, त्यावेळेस समजा एक्सपांड होत असेल, लेंथ वाढत असेल, दुसऱ्या वेळेस आपण असं इकडे साऊथ पोल ठेवला, इकडे नॉर्थ पोल ठेवला, तर दिशा काय होणार आहे? रॉड
Change.
रॉड कॉम्प्रेस होणार आहे का एक्सपांड होणार आहे? दोन केसेस घेतले आपण. पहिल्या केसमध्ये समजा दिस इज केस नंबर 1, दिस इज केस नंबर 2. इन फर्स्ट केस दिस इज द नॉर्थ पोल, हा साऊथ पोल आहे, रॉड एक्सपांड होत आहे समजा. इन फर्स्ट केस रॉड एक्सपांडेड. ओके, मीन्स लेंथ ऑफ द रॉड चेंजेस किंवा इलॉंगेटेड म्हणतो आपण. इलॉंगेशन होत आहे रॉडचं किंवा एक्सपांड होत आहे. सेकंड म्हणजे आपण मॅग्नेटिक फील्डची दिशा बदलली, रॉड आहे तसंच ठेवला, डायरेक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड चेंजेस. दिस इज द साऊथ पोल, दिस वन इज द विच पोल? नॉर्थ पोल. दिस रॉड इज केप्ट इन बिटवीन. त्या केसला काय होईल? विल हॅपन कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन. काय होणार आहे? हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन. किंवा पहिल्या केसला कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन होत असेल तर दुसऱ्या केसला इलॉंगेशन होईल. पहिल्या केसला इलॉंगेशन होत असेल तर दुसऱ्या केसला काय होणार आहे? कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन होते. आपण ओके, डायरेक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड, वी आर चेंजिंग द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. ही डायरेक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड सेकंड केसची झाली. फर्स्ट केसची अशी आहे, सेकंड केसची अशी डायरेक्शन आहे, ते अपोजिट आहे. गेटिंग. फर्स्ट केसला समजा इलॉंगेशन असेल तर सेकंडला कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन असेल, किंवा फर्स्टला कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन असेल तर सेकंडला काय असेल? इलॉंगेशन असेल. म्हणजे काय चेंज होते रॉडची?
लेंथ.
हा रॉड कुठला आहे? रॉड ऑफ विच मटेरियल?
फेरोमॅग्नेटिक मटेरियल.
फेरोमॅग्नेटिक materials. Means what is statement then? When a rod of, कुठला रॉड ठेवलाय आपण? फेरोमॅग्नेटिक मटेरियल. त्याचे एक्झाम्पल्स काय आहेत फेरोमॅग्नेटिकचे?
आयर्न और निकेल.
आयर्न और निकेल इज प्लेस्ड. कुठे ठेवलाय आपण?
मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड.
Magnetic field.
मॅग्नेटिक फील्डची दिशा कशी आहे?
पॅरलल.
Parallel कशाशी parallel?
Length.
Parallel to its length. A small त्याच्यामुळे काय होत आहे?
Elongation.
और contraction occurs.
Contraction.
म्हणजे लेंथ चेंज होते. स्मॉल इलॉंगेशन और कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन ऑकर इन इट्स लेंथ. म्हणजे लेंथ चेंज झाली. दिस फेनॉमिनॉन इज नोन ॲज this phenomenon is known as
Magnetostriction.
this phenomenon is known as
Magnetostriction.
magnetostriction effect. Okay, anyone will tell now? Anyone will read the statement of magnetostriction effect?
When a rod of ferromagnetic material such as iron or nickel is placed in magnetic field parallel to its length, a small elongation or concentration occurs in its length. This phenomena is known as ferromagnetic striction.
This phenomenon is known as magnetostriction effect. Anyone, any other? One more. Roll number 5. Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Read the statement of magnetostriction effect.
Yes, sir.
Read it.
Sorry, sir. मी बँक मध्ये आहे.
Next, roll number 12. Sanskruti.
Yes, sir.
Read the statement of magnetostriction effect.
When a rod of ferromagnetic material such as iron or nickel is placed in a magnetic field parallel to its length, a small elongation or concentration occur in its length.
Not
This
concentration,
phenomenon is
not concentration. This is a contraction.
Contraction, sorry.
Contraction, not
Contraction.
concentration.
Occur in its length. This phenomena is known as magnetostriction.
Striction effect. ठीक है. त्याच्यापुढे effect आहे. This phenomenon is known as magnetostriction effect. Right statement now. When a rod of ferromagnetic material, when a rod of ferromagnetic material, when a rod of ferromagnetic material such as rod of ferromagnetic material such as iron or nickel, iron or nickel, iron or nickel is placed in a magnetic field, is placed in a magnetic field, is placed in a magnetic field parallel to its length, parallel to its length, parallel to its length, small elongation or contraction occur, small elongation or contraction occur in its length, small elongation or contraction occur in its length. This phenomenon is known as magnetostriction effect. This phenomenon is known as magnetostriction effect. Draw this figure. Attendance, give the attendance. Roll number 1, 2. Okay, first complete the figure first. Okay, time being I will take attendance.